Good morning, everybody. My name's Darlene, and I have Parkinson's. Today is Try It Thursday, so we're going to try something today that I see whether I can do it or not. If you can believe this, I have never in my life had nail polish on, so I'm going to see if I can paint my nails. I don't hold much hope for it, but we'll try it, and then I probably will just take it off if it looks really bad. But either way, I'm going to try it. But before I do that, I did a little decorating around here. We don't have a whole lot of decorations now. We've given most of them away to our daughter and son, but we do have some, and I thought I would just take you for a little tour here and show you what we got. Okay, so I'm gonna you might be a little bit wiggly because I don't have a special holder. I'm just gonna hold you in my hand, but I gotta turn the camera around here. So, camera around. I'm gonna stand up. Okay. Now, for those of you who are new here, you may be going, what is on her floor? And you see, if we look over here, those are my special dots. They allow me to travel through my house a little bit easier. What they do is they allow me to trick my brain, and my brain then follows the dots. Okay, so here we've got up on the top shelf there is a Scottish Santa Claus. My husband's from Scotland. He was born there. There's a Santa hat, and there's another bagpiping Santa Claus. And then, do we have anything else down there? No, I don't. Okay, we come over here. I got a little snowman that my mom had got for me. Up on this wall, that's my stocking there. There's the sign my daughter has made me. This poinsettia was made by my friend Kathy Oya. She's probably watching. If she is, hello, hello. And I really hope you're handling it in BC right now with all the problems that they're having. There's my husband's stocking. There's some carolers. There is just a box down on the bottom shelf here that I just thought was so cute. And, of course, joy, like my joy coffee. Jesus, others, yourself. And now let's see, we come over here. On my A-Linker, we've got a long Santa hat. This is a advent calendar that is got 2 candy kisses in every door. So that's for my husband and I. And there's his Santa hat that he often wears. We got that there. Now we'll come over here. And the table, we've got a red tablecloth. And then we've got 2 of the red truck placemats. And of course, we can't forget the candy canes. And this blanket, there's a special story about that blanket. I'm just going to sit down and tell you that story before we get started. Okay, I'll turn the camera back. There we are. That blanket. My mom was very sick. She had cancer. And she was very sick for quite a while. And we very unfortunately lost her on Christmas Day in 2010. Just on a side note, we also lost Bill's mom on Christmas Day many years before in 1988. Anyway, because it was Christmas Day, my brother had already shopped for my mom for that Christmas, and that blanket was the blanket. She was always chilly, and he had bought her that blanket so that she could be cozy and warm. And when she passed away that day, he asked me if he could give me the blanket. And I was very touched by that, and of course, gratefully accepted it. And it's always been out for our Christmas after that. Okay, so now we're going to get on with painting. I just want to also check out what I was planning on saying, if I had a story written down today or not, because I didn't check that out beforehand. Let's see. Oh, yes. Yeah, while I'm doing my nails, I'll tell you that story. That's pretty funny. Okay, because I don't know what I'm doing, I asked my daughter, can I borrow some nail polish and some remover? Now, we know what happened to me with the whiteout. It got everywhere. Trust me, I do not want that to happen with this. Now I've got a silver. I think, oh, that almost looks like it might have a little bit of mauve in it. Does it say the color on it? Oh, maybe it does. It's called Iris Illusion. So I think there's a little bit of purple in that. We'll try. And this one here says Sally Hansen Hard as Nails hot magenta. Hot magenta. I was going to say magenta. That's not the word. All right, let's see. I'm going to, just so you see what I'm doing here, I'm going to just put you down for a second. See, oops, no, let's do it this way. Just wanted to show you so that I don't spill it. That's not the right thing. Well, good heavens, where is my desk? How am I going to do this if I can't find my desk? Can you see this if I'm going to have to hold my hand up in the air like this. That's not good. I'm going to pause you for a minute. I'm going to go try find my tripod. Hang on. I'm not sure if we're running again or not. Let's see. Yes, I think we are. Okay, so what I was going to show you here, I'm going to put the bottles just kind of down in this little dip so that'll hold it a little bit better. Okay, so this is hot magenta. Let's start with this one. So, see how this goes. So the story that I'm going to tell you today is about my daughter. She had never cooked a turkey before, and so I had asked her, did she know how to do it? And yeah, she did. And I said, okay, well, let's run down the list, and we sort of ran over what we're going to have to do for it. And yeah, she knew what she was doing, but there were certain things that I didn't feel that I needed to tell her. I just thought it was given knowledge and she would know it. But don't ever assume that, because that's not the case. Oh, here, I'm getting it all over myself again. Let's see. So that's not always the case. So she phoned me up. I think it was an Easter that year. It was one of the holidays, but anyway, hang on. I'm going to have to get a little bit of room here. So she phoned me and said, now I just took my turkey out of the freezer, so how long do I need to let it sit on the counter before I put it in the oven? And I said, you just took it out now? And she said, yes. And I said to her, well, honey, you'll be cooking it in a few days. And I said, you have to take it out a few days ahead and let it thaw in the fridge. And needless to say, she didn't have turkey that year. She had ham or something. I forget what she had, but she had something else that year. So then comes another year, and she knows to take this turkey out early, and she does that. Oh my goodness, people, this is terrible, but okay, I'll leave it with that. So she knew to take it out, and she did that, but when she put it in the oven, she put it in. Now, we found out afterwards you can do it this way that she did it. She did it by accident, of course, but it does do a lovely job. But she put it in upside down. So when it came out, she called me and she said, Mom, there's no meat on this turkey. I said, what do you mean there's no meat on the turkey? She says, I'm telling you, there's no meat. It's all bone. Then we realized that she had it upside down. So, of course, she wasn't exposing the breasts up top. She was exposing the backbone. So anyway, those were her things. But now we have learned that if you cook your turkey actually upside down, it stays juicy. So that was a happy mistake for her. It doesn't have that beautiful presentation, but we don't present it at the table anyway. We take all the meat off of it and just put the meat on the serving plate. I guess we're a family of eaters. We want to get straight to the meat. We don't want to have to, oh, for heaven's sakes. Well, I know now why I would never be painting my nails. All right. So, let's just take oh my gosh. Okay, second. Let's put this over here. Try this again. I don't know how many people have heard about all the terrible flooding that's happening up in British Columbia or down in British Columbia. It's really terrible. And of course, that's where my brother and father live, but they're not anywhere near the mudslides and whatnot, but they are definitely getting the rain. Okay, now I'm going to try to put this other one on that one nail that I left. You see, it's not enough for me to put the nail polish on. Now I'm trying to get all fancy, because that's me, a fancy girl. Far from it, I tell you. I'm not a fancy girl. Never have been, probably never will be. This one doesn't even look like it's got a color on it. I guess it just gives it a little shimmer. Oh no, there's a little bit of color on that. Now, if you did all your nails like this, you wouldn't see that it was overflowing. See? You can't tell that. So you know what I'm going to do. I'm just going to paint up the other hand and put one of the red ones on. Oh! Okay. Try that again. I drop everything, people. I don't know. This is really sad. Let's see. Okay, try this again. See, I have very little feeling in my hands. I have bad neuropathy. So I don't have a lot of feeling in my hands, which makes doing these tasks really hard. I don't have a bunch of tremors and shakes, but I just can't hold on to anything. That's why you'll see, for the new people who are here, that's why you will see that everything I own, like a child, is attached to me, because otherwise I drop it and it'll get into the mechanism of my chair, and then we got a problem. So that's happened to me a number of times. So now we've just taken it to the nth degree, and I have everything attached to me. I don't know, this isn't going very well, but we're trying. And I was glad that I got some Christmas decorations up, because it makes the place look so festive. And I love the colors and whatnot. Now, we don't, if you notice, we don't have a Christmas tree or anything. We just don't have room. We only have 600 square feet. So we don't have room for that. But I thought I might go to the dollar store and just buy one of those little tiny desktop ones, just to have a little something. But all my beautiful pretty ornaments and my hand-me-downs and stuff, I've given them to the kids, and they take a picture of their tree every year, and I get to enjoy the picture. All right, so now I'll put the lid on this one. Oh jeez, I see them spilling. Goodness me. Anyway, I did want to say one thing. I wanted to say thank you so much for everybody who has recently subscribed. I don't think you know, but the reason that I'm doing these videos is so that my children will have a record when I'm not able to think for myself, because Parkinson's, I will probably get dementia. And when I'm not able to speak or talk for myself or do whatever, I wanted them to be able to have a record. Not of me when I'm miserable and laying there in pain and stuff. I want them to have a record of that I was full of life as long as I possibly could be. And that's how I choose to live my life. I choose to live my life as if there's many days ahead. And that's the reason for these Try It Thursdays. I wanted to just try something new and see, what can I do, what can't I do? Maybe I'll discover something. So far I've found that I can't do most things, but I can try most things. And some of them I can do if I adapt what I'm doing. Oh, this is a mess. All right. Let me give you a good preview of what we've done here. There we are. This one's got, well, you can see it shimmering all along on the skin and whatnot. But either way, I think it's not bad. So, on that note, I don't think there's anything else. I just wanted to make sure that I said to everybody, thank you so much for subscribing. I really do appreciate it. And I love making friends with people all over the place. So please comment so that I can write back to you and know that you're watching and say hello to you. All right, we'll talk to you all tomorrow.